In this video, I'll show you how to get the Master's Key and also become attuned for Karazhan in the Burning Crusade. First, we gotta find this Archmage in Deadwind Pass. Accept Arcane Disturbance and Restless Activity, as we will need to complete both of these quests to get to the next part. Now we need to complete both of these, and they're done nearby. There's going to be two different tombs we can head into, the one here to the right and one to the left. It doesn't matter which of these you pick, as you'll head into both of them anyway, but usually I just start with the one to the left. Down here there will be creatures, and it's important you're slaying them as they're dropping the ghostly essence. You will need a total of 10, but you don't need to collect all of these yet, because while you're down here, it's important you head to this area and use the quest item for Arcane Disturbance. Once you've done this, you can leave the tomb and head to the other one, as this is where we do the last crystal reading. Remember to also slay some more creatures so you can collect all 10 ghostly essence, and then you head to the water environment here where you will do the reading part. Next, you would like to head back to the quest giver where you hand in both of these and pick up a follow-up. The follow-up quest will tell you to head to Dalaran. This location is found in Alterac Mountains. Now we are being told to head to Tarokor Forest, or well, to Shattrath City, and in Shattrath City you need to speak to Khadgar. Khadgar will give you a follow-up called Entry into Karazhan, but we are far from being done yet. This is the first part where you also need to get the first key fragment. This fragment is collected in the dungeon Shadow Labyrinth, but to get in here you'll either need a key or lockpicking to break through this gate. But there is an easy way to get the key to Shadow Labyrinth. We gotta do static halls first. For those who hasn't done this yet, well, make sure to also interact with the NPC there and pick up both quests for the dungeon. In here you would like to slay the final encounter, and once you have successfully done this, you will be able to loot the chest, and this chest contains the Shadow Labyrinth key. Depending on when you're watching this video, if you are in a group for this dungeon, there might already be someone else with the key or people on the other side who can click on this lever. In Shadow Labyrinth, you gotta slay most encounters until you get to the final room with Murmur. After slaying Murmur, you can easily head to this location where there's going to be an object you need to click on. This will spawn a Guardian, it's an elite, and after killing this elite, you will be able to loot the first key fragment. Return this to Khadgar in Shattrath City and pick up the follow-up called the second and third fragments. The second fragment can be found in the Caulfang dungeon Steam Vault, located in Sangamarsh. And the good thing is that this time you don't need to slay any bosses. So if you're playing a stealth class, you might actually be able to solo this on your own. Else just clear all the trash creatures in the dungeon, head to the water area, dive down, click on the object and summon a new Guardian. After slaying him, you'll loot the second fragment, and now you're ready to collect the third one. Or hopefully you are. Because the third fragment is found in the dungeon Architrash. But to enter this, we also gotta need a key to break through the door, or level up our lockpicking as a rogue. Luckily, I've made an entire guide on how to get the Architrash key, and you can find this either on my channel or in the description below this video. What you would also like to know is that to get to Architrash you will need Flying Mount. In Architrash you would then like to get past the first boss, move up the stair here, and in the next big room there's going to be an object for the third fragment. Instead of rushing through, then I would highly recommend you to clear all of the dungeon, as there's some pretty amazing loot from the bosses in here. But else, make it to the room, move to the right, click on this object, slay the Guardian, loot the third fragment, and now you're ready to head back to Khadgar in Shattrath City. Now we are being told to head to Daenerys, or well, to Caverns of Time, as there's going to be two important dungeons to do until we can head into Karazhan. At the entrance of Caverns of Time, you'll find this dragon. Accept the quest, and this automatically takes you to the next destination. Here you would like to pick up a follow-up, and this summons a servant you will need to follow for around 10 minutes. It's important you're always staying in range. Then you're being told to head into the dungeon Old Hillsbrad Foothills. Assemble a 5-man party and complete the different quests in the dungeon. You will need to complete these in order to progress, so it doesn't really matter. Don't worry, you will complete them as long as you complete the dungeon. By the time you have completed Old Hillsbrad Foothills and this quest, then you're being attuned for Black Morass, another dungeon in Caverns of Time, and this is the dungeon you need in order to complete the final part in the Karazhan Attunement. In the dungeon, you will need to close 18 rifts. At rift 6, 12 and 18, there will spawn a boss you'll need to slay, and once you've slain the last one, you will also be able to complete the dungeon and of course the quest for the Karazhan Attunement. But before you leave the dungeon, you gotta make sure you're also handing in the quest here, else you will probably have to do the dungeon once more. Head back to Khadgar in Shattrath City, get your master's key, and now you're ready to start doing Karazhan. But don't forget the follow-up called the Violet Eye. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you, then please consider giving it a like and also subscribe to help me as a content creator. This also makes me able to spend more time on new videos, and those will definitely be helping you in the future. Peace.